last night, something strange happened. A new app appeared on everyone's phone without anyone downloading it. It was just there. The icon was a simple, glowing blue circle with the name SoulSync, underneath a single line of text. Your destiny awaits. I remember looking at my phone, the blue light painting my face in the dark, feeling a mix of confusion and a strange sense of unease. It felt impossible, like a dream, but when I picked it up, the glass was cold and real, and the app was right there, waiting. I wasn't the only one. All over the world, people were waking up to the same bizarre discovery. The app didn't ask for permissions or logins. When you opened it, there was a brief flickering loading screen, and then a countdown. Just a stark digital timer ticking down. The app didn't reveal who your soulmate was, only when you would meet them down to the exact minute. The global reaction was instant and chaotic. It was like a switch had been flipped on the entire planet. 12 hours and 45 minutes. That's what my timer said. It felt like a lifetime and no time at all. The world split in two. There were those who were excited and those who were terrified. News channels went into a frenzy, with anchors trying to explain the unexplainable. Social media exploded. Hashtags like #SoulSync and #Destiny is coming were trending everywhere. You saw videos of couples who had been together for years, celebrating because their timers were set. Then you saw others heartbroken, realizing their timers were different. People were quitting their jobs, booking last-minute flights, trying to cheat fate or run towards it. Conspiracy theories spread like wildfire. Was it a government experiment? Aliens? A marketing stunt for something huge? Some had years left on their timers. Others had only minutes. The suspense was unbearable, a collective holding of breath across the entire globe. But for me, the chaos outside didn't matter. My world had shrunk to the glowing numbers on my phone screen. I just sat there, alone on my bed, watching the seconds tick away. The soft, warm light from my lamp felt like the only anchor in the room. Every other sound faded away. The city noise, the distant sirens. It all disappeared. All I could hear was the pounding in my chest, a rhythm that seemed to sync with the countdown. 6 minutes, until I met the person destiny had chosen for me. My breathing became shaky. What would he be like? What would I say? The idea of a soulmate, something I'd always thought was just a romantic fantasy, was about to become my reality in less than 6 minutes. And I was completely, utterly terrified. And then the final minute began. The numbers on the screen felt like they were burning into my eyes. I stood up, walking towards my front door, my legs feeling like they were made of lead. The hallway stretched out before me, long and empty. The old light fixture above flickered, casting long, dancing shadows. I could hear footsteps echoing from the other side of the door, faint at first, then getting closer. My heart was a drum beating against my ribs. I watched my door handle, half expecting it to turn on its own. With trembling hands, I looked down at my phone one last time. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. At 0, someone knocked. It wasn't a loud, confident knock. It was hesitant, almost as uncertain as I felt. I took a deep breath, my hand shaking as I reached for the handle. I opened the door. A man stood there, looking completely breathless and just as confused as I was. He was holding his own phone out, and on his screen, the timer showed a row of perfect zeros. Our phones glitched at the exact same moment, the screens flickering with a weird static. We just stared at each other. There was no spark of recognition, no instant connection like in the movies. His face mirrored my own expression, pure, unfiltered shock. Not excitement, not relief, just fear. Their timers, perfectly synced. This wasn't how it was supposed to feel. We stood there in silence for what felt like an eternity. Then, both our phones vibrated at the same time, a harsh buzzing sound that broke the spell. A new pop-up appeared on our screens. The SoulSync logo glitched, distorting into jagged lines. Underneath it, 2 words, VERIFIED. Proceed. Proceed with what? The lights in the hallway flickered again, more violently this time, and the shadows on the wall seemed to move in ways that weren't natural. A cold chill ran down my spine. But then something unexpected happened. A second message. It flashed on the screen right after the first one, the letters forming one by one. Verification complete. And suddenly, this wasn't about love. A wave of dread washed over me, so intense it made me feel sick. The final message appeared, cold and clinical, but behavioral pairing protocol activated. A sudden gust of wind, cold and sharp, rushed through the hallway, making the door slam against the wall. We both froze, looking at each other not as potential soulmates, but as 2 strangers caught in the same trap. The realization hit us both at the same time. This wasn't some grand cosmic matchmaking. It wasn't destiny. It was an algorithm. A test. It was control. And we weren't soulmates. We were test subjects. The app hadn't brought us together for love. It had brought us together for an experiment, and we had no idea what was about to happen next. This was only the beginning.